My name is Hugo Conchucos, and I'm the lead 3D generalist here at DK Global.
My name is Theis. I'm a visual consultant here at DK Global. I've been working with DK Global for about the past 3 or 4 years now.
I've been working here at DK Global for a little more than 5 years. As a lead generalist, I'm typically assigned a good number of projects. So every day I get together with my project manager and we just talk about the projects, when they're due, kind of feedback from the client we have, and that helps us prioritize which projects need to be done right now as opposed to tomorrow.
When it comes to storyboards, they are more of a rough depiction or even an illustration to what the end product is going to be. But it's our first attempt to take what we had verbally discussed and put our ideas and pen to paper.
Storyboards are essentially a series of sketches or drawings that depict the flow of the presentation. Storyboards are the blueprints to an animation. We want to make sure that, if we're using blueprint as an example here, that the buyer and the contractor are on the same page in regards to where the kitchen needs to be, for example. And that's the same case with animations. We want to make sure everybody's on board so there's no surprises later.
The goal of creating storyboards is to ensure the entire team is on the same page. So when we are tasked with putting together an animation, a presentation, there are a lot of moving parts. There's numerous experts, there's attorneys, there's co-counsel, there are clients in some particular cases. So there's a lot of moving parts, and it's very fantastical for us to all say, oh, this is what the presentation is going to be. It's another thing for us to actually see it and accomplish that goal. So a storyboard is the very first way for all of us to ensure this is how the presentation is going to look.
When I create storyboards in-house, I do use 3D software, but typically storyboards are sketched out. But because I do know how to use a 3D package, I use the 3D software to block out the animation, to set up the cameras, and it really lets me be almost like a director in 3D space to set up these storyboards.
There's a 100% cost-saving component in storyboards. So even something as simple as changing a color, changing a texture, changing a camera move, if we didn't design or model an entire environment around a character in a way that they weren't prepared to see, that can create a lot more work, and ultimately more work is just more cost on the budget, it's more cost on the client, and ultimately it's more costly for the plaintiff, defendant, whoever it is that we are representing. So storyboards 100% save in ensuring that the project is moving forward and never backwards, ultimately saving money.
You don't want to show the interior walls already painted and the client seeing it for the first time and him be like, you know what, this is wrong. That wall should be over there. And then we have to tear everything down and build it up again. And that's the same case with 3D.
Storyboards assist in the admittance into court through the process of the client asking their expert, did you have a helping hand in developing this presentation? So the expert can wholeheartedly say, yes, this is an accurate representation of my opinions in this case. I had a direct helping hand in draft and storyboard and finalize these presentations. This presentation is an accurate representation of your expert's opinions and knowledge. So it is the very first step in admittance, the very first draft to getting accepted into a court setting. It's not uncommon that when you do go through the storyboarding process that sometimes you get more questions than answers. And in my opinion, that only betters the case because it requires experts to do more deep diving. It creates a stronger case because of the thoroughness of what the storyboard is able to provide.